I'm gonna tell you a quick story about how door knocking in a hurricane doubled the size of my business. So this is an interesting one. So we went on a road trip. This is about a year and a half into my journey as a business owner running sales teams. And we had 3 leaders. So we had an old guy, like a 50-year-old guy named Graham running a team of about 5 guys. We had a guy named Andy who was running a team of about 5. Then we had a guy named Rory who was like the new kid on the block that was really good, who was running a team of 5. So I had 15 staff. And we had a decent road trip. The guys were, door knocking, selling, and did okay. But then on the Wednesday, we literally had a hurricane, because we live in tropical Queensland, we had a hurricane come through and decimate the area. And it wasn't like no one died or anything stupid like that. But this is where it gets tricky. We obviously had a terrible day as a company. So I did my job. I called all my leaders. Now I called the old guy, Graham. He's a real Aussie guy. And I go, hey mate, how'd you guys go today? What was the issue? And he goes, oh mate, the rain screwed us. Nothing we could have done about that rain. And I was like, oh, okay. And as a good leader, you always want to try and get them to talk about something they can control. So it took me about 10 minutes and I finally got him to admit that maybe we could have, created a bit more belief or whatever. I then called Andy and he was obviously a bit down in the dumps because he'd had a tough day as well. And I said, how you going? He goes, I was like, yeah, man. So how'd we go today, man? He goes, man, honestly, you should have seen that rain. I've never seen anything like it. It was going sideways. Nothing we could have done about today. I was like, yeah, okay, fair enough. And then I called Rory and he answered on the first ring. So he obviously, prepared, knew that there was going to be a planning call coming. And I asked him candidly and I said, hey mate, so what happened with today? What went wrong today? And he takes a second and he breathes in and he goes, I need to get my guys better at working in the rain. And I was like, okay. And it was the first time that I'd realized that accountability, finding a way, even if something's not your fault, finding a way to make it your fault so you can improve it makes a huge difference. Because literally a month and a half later, we had to fire him. Andy had moved on to another team down in Melbourne, and Rory ended up getting this team with me to 30 staff. We doubled it just by learning that one lesson, which is if you find a way to make everything your fault, you'd be amazed at how much you can improve.